Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rosa and today we will be looking at this double-sided border and how to create it. So it is made with a row of single crochets at the back and a row of modified double crochets at the front. But I will show you how to do that, and we will be working on this gorgeous material printed with artwork from Lisa from Mars Art. She's an incredibly talented artist and you can check out her social media pages. I will link them in the comments below. As you can see, it is absolutely stunning, and this is printed from one of her paintings. So let's get into it. So I wanted to show you how to do this border method because I haven't seen it anywhere else, and it is really helpful in keeping those edges nice, neat and tidy, and to hide them away so that you can't see them. Okay, so let's get into it. For this border you will need your yarn, you will need a pair of scissors, your crochet needle, as well as a yarn needle. Right, so as you can see, I have already marked my cloth around the edges here into 1 centimeter intervals. This is just so that I can keep my stitches nice and even, and I don't have some stitches that are bigger than others. So we're going to start by threading our needle. I'm using 100% cotton yarn because this burp cloth is for a baby and we want it to be nice and gentle on their skin, and because they will probably have it in their mouths at some point in time. So we're just going to tie a knot and then start working stitches around the edge. We're just doing plain stitches, nothing fancy for now. Here we go, nice and secure. So we are just going to start making stitches over here. We're going to work just a few millimeters off the edge. Now fortunately this material that I'm working with right now doesn't fray easily, but if you are working with material that frays easily, I would suggest that you use an overlocker just to put in a seam before you start making the border, because you don't want it to disintegrate over time. So as you can see, I'm using quite a long piece of yarn because I wanted to go all the way around twice, and I really don't like having to add pieces in while I'm doing this. So just like that, just gonna go all the way around from into the one and out on the other, into the one mark, out on the other mark, just like that. So we've got some more or less 1 centimeter stitches going all the way around. So I'm going to carry on doing that, and I will see you when I'm done with my first round. Okay, so I have gone all the way around, and as you can see, I am now here at this edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around one more time, but we're going to go in the opposite side. So what I mean by that is here where our stitch is on the back, we're going to go in here, out the front, and then we will go here so that we get a nice consistent line all the way around. We do one more. So we're going to go in there and out there. Sorry, this is a bit tight. There we go. There we go. So we make a nice consistent line, and then we have yarn stitches on both sides. So I'm going to go all the way around, and I will meet you back here when I get there. Okay, so as you can see, I've gone all the way around and I've tied off my tail end there and snipped my yarn. So don't worry too much about these tails, because they will be nicely hidden along with this border under the crochet border. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn our work around, and we're going to be working on the back side of our cloth. We're going to make a row of single crochets all the way around the edge. So we're going to start by making a slip stitch like so. There we go. And then we can start anywhere. You can choose any stitch and then take your crochet needle, your crochet hook, sorry, and put it underneath the stitch, and then take your yarn over or under, I suppose, and pull through, yarn over and pull through. That is your first single crochet. So now we're going to make another single crochet into that same stitch. We're going to put the hook under the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through. So there you go, that's 2 stitches into that 1 centimeter stitch. So this naturally would depend on the thickness of your yarn. Mine, it works out to have 2 stitches in each one, but you would need to test it with your yarn. If your yarn is a bit thicker, you might need to do 2 single crochets in one and 1 in the next one, or possibly do just 1 per stitch, depending on how thick your yarn is. Right, so let's continue, and into the next stitch we're going to go under the yarn, hook it, bring it out and pull through. There we go, that's 1 more. I'm going to go under, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through again. So we're just going to go all the way around like that, 2 stitches into each little stitch, and I will meet you when we're back here. Okay, so as you can see, I am now at the corner of my border, and what I'm going to do is into this stitch I'm not going to make 2 single crochets, I am going to make 3, because we want to get it to the edge of the border and to get it around. So I'm going to go under, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and under again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and one last time, under, yarn over, pull through, yarn, pull through, there we go. So that gets me to the edge over there, as you can see. So now on this side, into this one, I'm also going to make 3 single crochets. So I'm going to go under and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and last one under in there, and yarn over and pull through both. There we go. So that is the corner, as you can see. So depending on your yarn, you might have to do more stitches or less, depending on how many stitches you are doing in each line. So the good rule of thumb is, like I've added one extra stitch, you're always going to go more. So if you did 1 stitch, you can do 2, or if you did 3 stitches, you can do 4 or even 5 to get you around that corner nicely. Okay, so now I'm just going to carry on all the way around, and I will meet you back at the start. Okay, so as you can see, I have now gone all the way around my cloth with my single crochets, all the way around, and I'm back at the start. So what I'm going to do here is I am simply going to do a slip stitch into this first single crochet right there. Just gonna do a slip stitch, go through, and then do 1 chain, and we can cut off our end, pull that through and tight, and then we can tie it off. Okay, so now we're going to, once we're done here, we're going to turn our work, and we're going to start with the front of this, the front piece of this border. Just get this knot, there we go. Oh dear, there we go, that's better. Okay, so now we're going to turn our work to the front now. Okay, so as you can see, I've turned over my work, and this is what it looks like now. We've got the stitches that we just did there, single crochets, there we go, and now we're going to be working in these front stitches here. We will be using a modified double crochet, and I will be showing you how to do that now. It will be the same as we did with the ones at the back. So for each one of these stitches here, we will make 2 crochet stitches, and for the ones on the corner, we will be making 3. Now if you were making different amounts of stitches in the back when you did your single crochets, then please do the same amount of stitches here now. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get my yarn, and we're going to start by making a slip stitch. There we go. Okay, so let's just pull that through there, and then we're going to go into any one of these stitches, pushing our needle underneath, or pushing our hook underneath, sorry, and this time around we are just going to be making a slip stitch. So just a slip stitch like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over, go back in under that stitch, yarn over, under, like that, and then you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Now you've got 2 loops on your hook, and now you're going to turn that little edge until you get to your single crochets. Now here you might have to tease them out with your fingers a bit because it gets a bit tight. So we're going to look for the one that corresponds with the stitch, and that's going to be this one here. So I'm going to take my hook, pop it into that stitch there, like so, yarn under, pull through, like so, and now I've got 3 loops on my hook, and yarn over and pull through all 3 of those there. Right, so that's our first modified double crochet. Let's do that again. Yarn over. Now let's go in under the hook, under the stitch there, and yarn over, pull through, got 3 loops, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Now I've got 2 loops again, so now we're going to turn, look at the back and see which is our next stitch, and that's going to be this one here. So I am just going to pop my hook underneath, yarn under, pull through. Now I've got 3 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 those loops. Okay, now we've got 2. On to the next stitch over here. So yarn over. Now sometimes getting your hook under the stitch can be tricky. So what I do is, instead of trying to push my hook in, I take this bit here on the hook and I scoop it in. So I'm gonna hook under that stitch and then roll my hook until it's in. There we go. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over again and pull through. Now we've got 2 loops on our hook. I'm gonna look at the back. There's my corresponding stitch. I'm gonna push my hook in there, yarn under, pull through, got 3 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 those loops. Let's do that again. Yarn over. Now I'm going to go under this one. I'm going to scoop it in, roll it around, and we're underneath. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and let's go in under that one, and yarn under and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 those loops. There we go. So I'm going to carry on all the way around and I will meet you back here. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, we are on our last stitch here. So I'm just going to yarn over, hook it in underneath, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both, and find my stitch at the back, yarn under, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3. Right, so now we're going to slip stitch into this first stitch here. But what I like to do, especially with these, is to take my hook and insert it from the back of this stitch, and then I'm just going to hook this loop like that and pull it through that way. It just looks a bit neater, and then I'm just going to do that, and then we can cut it off and work in that tail. And there we go. That is the double-sided border. So this border can be used on any kind of cloth, or even if you want to do it on the edges of a zip. So you can crochet it onto the zip and then add the zip to your project. So, okay, so that is it. That is our finished border. And yeah, I hope that you found this tutorial useful. Thank you so much for watching it to the end. And hopefully you will be joining me again soon for another tutorial. If you have any comments or suggestions, you're welcome to leave it in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Okay, bye.